right, good morning. It's Friday morning. That means Firearms Friday. So, first, let me say, guys, it's 8:15. I was up last night. Oh, late show, short show, Friday show. I hate to do it like that, but sometimes Daddy's got to work all night. I was up till about 2 a.m, I think, working on a film for a client, video for a client, and I kind of hate it because this video that I just finished cutting last night, I'm never going to show you guys. It's personal. It's for it's a memorial for someone. It may be the best work I've ever done, though, and I ain't gonna lie. As an artist, part of that hurts a little bit right here that I'm not gonna get to share it as widely, because it really is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever created. Anyway, it's Firearms Friday, so let's talk about that. Let's read the news. It's a short article, and most of these defensive gun use articles are short. But here we go. We've got an alleged burglar facing fatally shot by homeowner, and guys, that's a win. It's unfortunate when someone dies. I mean, even the three monsters that died in the Kenosha hat trick, or the two monsters that died in the Kenosha hat trick, the pedophile and the wife beater, it's still a tragedy that someone lost their lives. Now, that one may be a little less tragic because, monsters. And of course, Batman tells us that if you kill a killer, the number of killers in the world remains the same. Yes, that's why you need two. Good job, Kyle. So, we've got Boyd County, Kentucky. Like I said, short article, which, let me just say this to the journalists. Research, guys. Come on, it's not hard. It's not that hard. Anyway, an alleged burglar was fatally shot Saturday morning in Ashland. According to Ashland police, officers responded just after 1 a.m. on the 3400 block of Douglas Street to a report. Report of a burglary in progress. The caller reported a burglar entered through a front window when the caller shot the perpetrator. Okay. Front window. Alleged burglar. Anybody coming in through the window, barring extraordinary circumstances, who is not the homeowner, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. And for that reason, I would go ahead and say this is almost certainly a perfectly clean shoot. Right? Officers, along with the Boyd County coroner, pronounced the perpetrator dead at the scene after officers' multiple attempts to save the alleged burglar. The investigation is ongoing. So, they got to the scene and they attempted to save the burglar. When the bad guy is a DRT, dead right there, you've just saved the taxpayer money. A lot of money. And we don't have reasonably high hopes based on statistics that, recidivism is a major problem. They could have saved him, got him to trial, found him guilty, sentenced him to a couple of years, maybe 5 or 6 years. Then he's a ward of the state. You're paying the freight. He gets out. And now he's just another ward of the state, just a drag. So the DRT is a win. Now, let's talk about why, for the defensive gun user, judicious marksmanship and consistent situational awareness and vigilance is very, very important. Here's one that it's a DRT, but it didn't go the way that it could. It didn't go the way that it should have. Witness: pizza delivery man kills robber before being killed by robber's accomplice in Lafayette's North End. Okay, now this one's a little bit older, and it's... Oh, I'm sorry, no, this is September... Yeah, this one's a little older than we would normally cover on this show, but I wanted to talk about it for a reason. And this one's a longer article because, well, shit didn't go the way it should have. Domino's pizza delivery man Joshua L. Ungersma, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, shot and killed 19-year-old Alberto Van Meter late Monday when Van Meter tried to rob him in the 1900 block of North 16th Street. All right, and Lindsay, this is up in your neck of the woods. If you're watching, this one's right around the corner from you guys. So you get the chat out here. Look, damn it. See that? My computer's arguing with me. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, so in the minutes after the shooting, Van Meter's suspected accomplice shot and killed Ungersma, according to Patrick Gibson, who witnessed Ungersma's killing. So, this pizza delivery guy, and, okay, if you're robbing the pizza guy, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, one of the things, people talk about the disparity between rich and poor and the like. Robbing a bank isn't worth the money. It's not enough money. Right? It's maybe 10 or 20 grand. If you catch them on the heaviest of days, maybe 100. But the bank just doesn't have that much money in the vault. Right? You start talking about committing a crime that will end you in jail that can probably end you in jail for the rest of your life or cost you your life. And buddy, I need to see some real damn money on the table. Not the 50 or 60 bucks in cash that the pizza guy's got in his pocket. You're out your damn mind. I mean, I can understand a person wanting to take a risk, but not if there's not a substantial reward involved. Come on. I can understand somebody getting desperate, but if you found yourself being that desperate, and the good choices that prevent a man from becoming that desperate are made by smarter men. Clearly. But But in this case, it looks like young Joshua was armed, responsibly so, and at least sufficiently competent to defend himself from one attacker. But, unfortunately, there was an accomplice. There was a second gunman who came and finished off young Joshua. And that's heartbreaking. Gibson says, I was talking to the pizza guy when I came out. I was like, bruh, you all right? At that point, Ungersma was uninjured, Gibson said. He was like, they were trying to rob him from what he told me. Gibson said nothing that Ungersma asked Gibson and his roommate to call the police, which they did. While they called the police, He said he watched as a 17-year-old girl walked across the street and shot Ungersma at point-blank range, killing him in the street. Police arrested the girl at the scene. The Journal and Courier is not publishing her name until charges are filed against her as an adult. She lives a block from the shooting scene, according to the jail records. She was being held Tuesday at the Tippecanoe County Jail on suspicion of murder and robbery, according to Lafayette police. The shooting happened in front of William Young's pickup truck that was parked in front of his home. I heard it, but I didn't see it, Young said. Ungersma's car pulled up in front of Young's pickup truck, and the first shooting happened between the two vehicles, as Young described the scene. If you have to draw your weapon in self-defense, that weapon needs to stay in your hand. You need to take cover. Even once you've eliminated the apparent threat, that weapon needs to stay in your hand. And you need to remain vigilant until the police arrive. And even after the police arrive. Just because the police are there doesn't mean that they are flawlessly vigilant. You have to be paying attention as well. Because hell, the police could show up and not see a second shooter coming up behind them. You've got to at least let them know. And I don't mean for this to sound like I'm being dismissive or cruel of Ungersma. This is a lesson learned situation here, right? You got to pay attention. It's unfortunate that he had to take a life. It is a tragedy that he lost his own life. Right? And a 17-year-old girl, her life is over. She's going to be, they already said they're going to try to charge her as an adult. Not my best Friday morning, right? But I wanted to talk about that because this story illustrates the need for that vigilance, the need for that careful, judicious marksmanship. You can't just assume that it's over. Just because you killed one bad guy doesn't mean that you're out of bad guys. So you have to keep paying attention. So, it is Friday. Y'all be safe out there. Have a great weekend. Don't drive drunk. Don't fry bacon naked. We'll see you on Monday morning.